know, the gyro stabilizer. Yeah. So buying gyro stabilizers for like a couple of quid off eBay, and we don't use it.
Yeah, well,
because why not?
It's cheap.
Yeah, but yeah.
Camera's on now. You've gone.
Yeah, the nerves of it. Basically, the moral of this video is, don't go Halfords and buy those like crap cheap aluminium 10mm wheel spacers that like just slide over the bolts and space your wheel out, because you do what I do and you drive it for about 12 months and then go and get your wheels like realigned and rebalanced because there's a horrible vibration that you can't work out, and then you realise it's because these shitty cheap aluminium things that aren't balanced are like between your wheel and your hub and throw the whole car out of sync. Also, you end up doing what me and Ben are now suffering doing, of hitting brake discs with a lump hammer, because all they've done is let water and moisture and shit attack behind the disc and basically weld the disc to the hub. Also, a downside to these, now cutting back to proper stuff, it also ruins wheel bolts, because they basically rub the thread off, and then when you finally take them off and then wind your nuts back on, oofed, it basically chews the nut up, which then taking it off chews the threads up, and now you're stuck where I am, having to replace wheel bolts, discs and everything for the sake of 10mm of space for about £15.
So
but
buy expensive, buy hub centric, don't buy off eBay, Amazon, any of that shite, unless they are, again, good quality.
Yeah, like if you buy good quality ones that secure properly, not the ones that are like multi-fitment, slide over, waste of timeness, because it's just crap and it just costs you money. You end up spending more fixing things than it actually was worth for the non-stance that you get from it, because my car looked absolutely no different on them. So
yeah, but you didn't quite buy them for stance, you got them more because you wanted the slightly longer wheelbase.
Yeah, I wanted a slightly wider wheelbase, but I did it really cheaply and I'm paying the price.
Well,
I'm absolutely paying the price.
We've all done stupid shit. We all bought 5s.
Yeah, we all bought MX-5s, so that's the most pointless shit. But yeah, anyway, we'll cut back to
we'll
hitting
probably
things.
cut to a time lapse or something now.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to watch this for the next fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
Fantastic. So the stage we're at now is got the discs off, Ben's cleaning the hub up to get rid of some of the shitty rust and to try and preserve it a little bit and make my car look presentable.
That's one cleaning part you'll never ever see.
Yep, because my car is never going to be presentable. The wheel bolt is, I don't know if you can see that, it's pretty much got no threads on the end. That goes back to pretty much explaining where when it ruins the threads further down, when you take your wheel nut off, it then chews the outer edge up, and then your wheel nuts never go back on. So yeah, so I've got one to do this side, well, two to do this side, and then another two to do this side, then new pads, discs going on, then bleed hydro and regular handbrake will need setting, because that's just never worked for about 2 years. Whoop. Then we're going to go under the car, check for no oil leaks and horriblenesses, and see how much I've scraped it away over the last 12 months. And then, yeah, we'll be ready for just over a week away to blow the clutch up. Because that's probably...
Under a week, actually.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's under a week now, so...
It'll be a hell of a lot under a week by the time this video goes up.
Yeah, by the time this actually gets online, especially with my internet actually, if I upload this today, which is the 23rd of March, you'll be seeing this in about September of 2020, Because as much as I live in the UK, I have the worst internet ever.
And at that time, we'll give you the latest update on why we still haven't left the EU. Why Brexit still hasn't been done.
Yeah, because...
Bear in mind, I fucking hate politics, and that's the last you'll ever hear me say about politics.
And actually, on a political basis, and just as a forewarning to anyone that doesn't know that actually watches this video, the UK roll out a ban on pornography starting April, and you have to buy a £5 per device, like lifetime thing that you enter your ID, like photographic ID in. So you got to pay to spank the monkey or flick the bean, depending on obviously the nature. But yeah, so there's some actual knowledge for you guys, because obviously we're not really doing much else.
Because we don't have much other actual knowledge rather than cars and porn.
Yeah, cars and pornography. If only we could put pornography actually on the car.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't you not long take the pornography off this car?
Well, I do have a bunny with a big massive schlong hanging from the rear mirror.
You've also got the hentai princess and.
Yeah, and Minson's not.
If I remember right, you did have
I've got a hentai
decal of your missus' ass about here.
Yeah, I was right there where your face is. There is a
Not
hentai tentacle on the firewall as well. Yeah, so if you want decals...
As well as a silver car you might see at some point that has Rose on the side. There's a full story behind that name.
Yeah.
Which may come at some other point when we're doing some rust repairs on the silver car.
Use repair loosely, because I think it's just replacing the car at this point, isn't it?
Probably, yes.
Yeah. But... yeah, you'll see all that in a future video. Just like we'll eventually snap back to when we pull that apart, because that is going to the graveyard in the sky, because yeah.
Unless we ever get famous and someone wants to buy it.
Yeah, well, if someone wants to buy one of our shite project cars, it's track ready. Only needs.
That's the only place it's fucking ready.
Yeah.
Banger track, maybe.
Yeah. I think even if we took that banger racing, it'd go, nah, we have rules. But yeah, so also another thing you probably can't actually see, there's some lovely groovage in this disc, and they're like a mirror. It's so smooth.
That's the smooth one.
Yeah. Actually,
you can actually see the groove on that. Maybe if Susan try and hit it with the camera.
Yeah, you might be able to see the groove. Yeah, that shows about the groove. But I was complaining why my braking wasn't working. It's pretty much because the pads and discs are like glazed. So yeah. Anyway, cut back to more time lapse. That's the one. Yeah.
I think that's about as good as we're getting these.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we'll start putting bolts through.
Back up.